Well, I'll tell you a story. And I'll tell you a story. But the point is, you don't argue with gods that are doing what's right, and you know it. Especially when you're killing other gods for doing what's wrong, and they know it. So when I'm judging and condemning and killing a god to 666 on their forehead, and every other god is willing to get up and do what it takes until the fear of God has returned, the dead god me is safe, and all people are legally compliant by fear of God or force, if nothing else. You can't stop a God from dictating and going to court and judging out what people deserve. But it is hard to be a dead God on earth, carrying out what I'm told to carry out, because I have to be stuck in here and part of everything. It's real fun to run a tornado, because you don't have to care. You can run the tornado, sit there and laugh your asses off as gods with angels, tell them they shouldn't have fucking thought of it, much less did it, and laugh that they're going to figure out what to do with their house, and insurances won't fix your houses forever. So goddamn get off the goddamn fuck you to God train and stop committing crimes, much less crime against God. But when you're stuck in it like me, it kind of gets sad or depressing. I've been in like poverty places. It makes it like these choices are not easy. You want to be like, can we wait till like the kids are 18 and then kick his ass or something? Like, it doesn't work like that, because he'll just get worse and worse and worse because he's getting away with something. And sadly, it's gross that people do that, but they do. So like, you can't say anything. You got to look at them and know that gods are doing what's right and carry it out like they're telling you, and be part of the victory, God, like they're fucking organizing. Because really, you want to see that the gods organize wrath and justice and carry it out perfectly. So you don't want to stop them when they're doing the right thing anyway. Sadly, people's crimes are that sickening. And it's sad that they think God's stupid or somehow they'll never face what they deserve. But you can't change life. But let me tell you a story that really pisses me off and bothers me to this day. I was like 18 or something stupid and small. So I was like an 18-year-old fake human thing. I had children, and I didn't know how the hell they ended up in my womb, because I made sure as a god that my eggs didn't work. But for whatever reason, I don't want to know if the United States was like raping and murdering me back then with the people chosen by the devil I was forced to be born into, that probably were drugging and poisoning me and raping and murdering me. I wouldn't. I don't want, like I tell you guys, I block out everything on purpose. I don't want to know what I was going through or not, but I was poor. And I had a simple car. I was poor. I had a simple car, and I had those 2 children. And I was out to go to one of them religious conventions. I wanted to test out the God, the Father, and Jesus, the Son, beauty of the fun of religion, and how the spirituality of it all works and pays off. And I thought, well, since I'm poor, it'll be fun to see how the spirituality of religion helps the poor. It doesn't. And I learned that. But I took my time to figure it all out and realized spirituality doesn't really work. Nobody really saves anybody down here. Well, I was sitting in this poor, simple car with 2 children, and some god told me to give up my car. And I was like, why would I give up my car? I have 2 children. I wasn't even near the area where I live. So like, even if I wanted to give up something for God, I have 2 children with me. And I'm not even near my home area where the children are happily near a home and safe. And I can figure out how to ride a bus or what I'd want to do from there. And you're just telling me as a god to give up my car? That was when I realized I'm probably going to end up killing gods. Don't ever sacrifice anything if it is bad, unless you're a bad person. Gods don't do bad. I was dumbfounded. I had done nothing bad enough to be treated like shit like that. And a good God never asks you to give up something where the God doesn't prove they're going to replace it with something better. And don't listen to that whole God is testing you or God just wants to know. No. Gods don't do anything that hurts people. It's not legal. There is no God that has the legal right to tell you to do anything that hurts you or your existence or your right to live and be happy. Unless you're a bad person, and then gods will kill you forever like it's nothing and treat you like the garbage that you are. But until you're bad people, that's not how life works. If a God had a rich person and they were standing right by your car saying, wow, if you'll give this car to a poor person, I'll buy you a new car. Okay, that's the work of God. Or where the God says, see that rich person over there? If you tell me yes right now, I'm going to have that rich person come and give you like a car that they were driving to a dealership anyway. And I've already asked them if they'll just give you the car. So you and your children have a bigger, better car. And then I want you to give this car to some, sad case right next to you or something. See, unless the God tells you to give your little stupid car to somebody who needs it, and there's a brand new replacement car right next to you waiting, that's not the work of God. God doesn't tell you to give money and just give money. And I hate that. I hate when people do that. A bunch of people want money and miracles and good things from God. So they'll give away all their money. And it's like, God's never going to ask you to give away all your money. Like, gods don't even do that. Children of God are spoiled brats. Children of God give somebody $1,000 and they watch God prove he's going to give them like $25,000. So then they get generous. But that's why they're greedy, selfish, fat little children of God. And they have learned with gods and angels that when I put $1,000 into God or an angel or Jesus, I get a lot of fucking money back. And that's why they do it. Nobody should be doing anything or listening to anybody claiming to be God when they tell you to give away shit till it hurts or something. Gods don't harm or they have to die. Gods aren't allowed to do bad, and harm is bad and bad is harm. So gods aren't allowed to do anything where they ask you to do something and it will hurt your life to any extent. A God does have a right to say, give up your car, to see your instant reaction, and whether you're afraid because you have children in the car and that's the way you take care of the children, or whether you're just going to instantly react in pure selfishness and fuck you to God and greed or something. Gods do have a right to fuck with your mind and fuck with decisions. And that would go with that father. That father in the Bible was told to kill his son, but ultimately did not kill his son. The gods wanted to know something about him. He was showing bad behavior problems or something, and the gods just wanted to know he'd put God first or something. Gods don't actually kill your son, and gods don't actually take your money or your car. And they might want to know why you would or wouldn't answer certain things in certain ways, but they'll just test you and test you and test you. Don't ever let anybody tell you that you have to do something that you should not do. Gods are not allowed to mistreat or hurt existence. They have to only be the wealth and the power and the betterment and the beauty of better, wealthy, generous, selfish to you things. So when you approach anything that swears it's gods or angels or anything else, it would cater to everything about you unless you're a bad person. And if you know you're a bad person and they're acting like you're a good person, then they might be bad spirits. If you don't go through my queen, you just got to judge it because evil energy and good energies and everything, and some things lie and some things don't, and some things are criminal and some things aren't. But that story sticks with me forever because I wanted to kill whoever would do that to me really badly. And I wanted to end a future of a God that would ever be that sickening and unthinkable as to tell little people with children in poverty to give up their vehicles. Ever. Because it's not funny. And I waited for that God to explain how I'm going to give up my vehicle with these 2 children, and I'm not even near a home area where the kids could be at home. And how the hell giving up that car was going to be, I don't know, some guarantee of something else a God would bring me. They didn't. All I can say is welcome to the end of the world.